Hey everyone, how is everyone on this Wednesday? Is it March 13th? I don't know. It's all running together. I have every dog in the neighborhood barking because everybody in the neighborhood has their dog outside. We're all wanting warm weather. We're all ready for adventure, and we are ready to attract the people that we want to come into our lives. Hello, good morning everyone. I am Kitryn Marie. I'm an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. I teach, I show creative-minded women how they can take their gifts and talents and how they can live a more purpose-filled life. I teach women how to take their little talents that they have and blossom them, let them grow into something else so they are able to make money with what they know how to do, taking their God-given gifts and bringing them to surface, and showing them that all the talents that they have learned along the way, that they can use them and utilize them so they can make money. I teach painting lessons. I show people how to move the paints around, how to mix the colors, how to look at the shadows, and how to change perception and perspective, the mind-hand coordination. I teach jewelry. I have a line of jewelry. I have a line of t-shirts. I show women who want to learn a new hobby how to take what they know from the colors that they like and the style that they like to wear and how to incorporate them into wearable art. I am known for my bracelets. I am known for my earrings. My line of t-shirts I like selling my own line because I'm in control of the sales volume. I'm in control where I market my goods. I'm in control of the designs that I share. I am in control of who sees and how I want to sell. If I want to go to a craft market, if I want to let somebody else sell the product, if I want to do direct sales from my website or from people who know where I live, and they are able to order and they are able to come and pick it up. You can see more of the t-shirts on my KM Graphic Apparel and Art website. I think right now if you Google my name, Kitryn Marie, I am the first 4 pages on Google, and I'm pretty proud of that. I was trying to go live this morning, was going to go live Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and for whatever crazy reason my internet connection is down. It's all wonky today, and I'm guessing because here in St. Louis, Missouri, the weather is really cloudy. The wind is picking up. It's not quite a Winnie the Pooh day, but I can see at any moment it might change. I've got Bruce outside. The other dogs are taken care of, but I wanted to come on this morning and I wanted to talk about who we attract into our lives and the kind of people that we want to be friends with, the kind of people that we want to be involved with romantically, the kind of people that we want to have as our clients. For me, my client base is usually women. Probably the age bracket of 29 to 65. I mean, that's a wide margin of a difference of age. My women who take my art classes, my painting, my jewelry, my bottle making, my macrame, my crocheting, I'm trying to think of all the things I teach. Even with my law of attraction, but then that falls into another kind of market. But the women who are looking to take my art classes, they're bored. They are looking for a hobby. They are looking to learn something new. They want to pick up where they left off from years ago, where they started doing something and then life got in the way and they decided that they wanted to start something new. My law of attraction classes fall on either side of a spectrum. Law of attraction, manifesting and bringing all the good things into your life, can apply to anybody. When I use it for my business coaching or my personal mentoring in my life coaching groups, and and I say I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, there is no MD behind my name. I am not practicing anything. I am just teaching what I know to be true, what has worked for me in my life, and how I share that knowledge with whomever wants to incorporate a more purpose-filled life, a more meaning-filled life. Law of attraction is basically you're taking your core gifts, the things that mean the most to you, and you are putting them into a concentrated puzzle piece that represents your life, and you are connecting to your higher source, whatever your religion is, whether if you call your higher power a God, a dude, an it, Muhammad, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, whoever you call your higher power, your God, that you connect with that spirit, and it raises the vibration of who you are to equal a frequency that's out into the universe. And when the frequencies all meet, you are aligned with all the good things that are brought into your life. And you can apply that in business, you can apply that in your personal life, you can implement it in just an art class where you're looking for fun things to get your mind off the mundane, your mind off of your everyday logical kind of life. You know, our bodies are symmetrical. We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands, arms, legs, and other body parts that, you know, we have 2 of. You have the right side of your mind, and you have the left side of your mind, the left side being logical, the right side being creative. And when you bring joy and you can be passionate and have fun in your life, that right side activates, a door opens, if you may, and all the other things on your left side of your mind, the logical things that you do in your life, just work a lot better. The people that take my classes usually are looking for more in their life. They are looking for not an easy way out, because there is nothing easy in this life. We have to work for everything that we have. But when you become aware of what you like and you discard what you don't like, all the possibilities come into your life. I'm going to hop over different story here for a minute, and I'm going to get myself situated, and I hope you get yourself situated. I don't know how long this video is going to take. Again, you know, I'm in a cramped quarter here. I'm in my little office space, which used to be a dining room. Get situated here a minute. I have my cup of coffee. I hope you have your cup of coffee. Going to get my hair cut hopefully next week to try to get it a little more evened out. But that's a whole other story that I will talk about at another time. But, okay, so got your coffee? Are you ready? Let's talk about, excuse me, the things that bring you joy and the things that make you happy, because now that it's spring. What are the things that sounds that you like? Things in your life, when you hear, it represents a good time in life, a memory is brought forward, or things that you know, warm weather is on the way. And I'm going to give you just a small list of my favorite sounds. Because these are all things, too, that we talk about in any of my art classes, or my law of attraction, or my business, or my life coaching, because there are certain sounds that mean something to you. So, I love the sound of a baseball bat hitting a ball. That crisp, clean sound. The ball hits the bat, and you distinctly know that sound. I love that sound. That sound reminds me of baseball here in St. Louis. Being a girl and coming from mostly a family of girls, we didn't play sports. Girls weren't supposed to play sports. Girls were supposed to be pretty and be household items and just look nice. Till later on in life, when we were told, you know, if you have a dream, go pursue it. But the sound of baseball. Here in St. Louis, we are big Cardinal fans. Baseball season's right around the corner. When baseball is right around the corner, St. Louis wakes up. We become alive. We look forward to going to have a beer. I'm not a drinker, But if I'm at the ballpark, I do love a draft beer. Usually Bud Light, but sometimes Mick Ultra. Not a drinker though. I like the sound of birds chirping in the morning. It reminds me of when I was a little girl when I had to walk to school to St. Cecilia's, because back then in them days you could walk to school and we only lived like barely a half a block away. The birds, they chirped so clear and it was so refreshing and it was very calming. And from the time it took me to leave my house on Bates to walk to my grade school at St. Cecilia's, I would listen to the birds and it was so, so refreshing. I love that sound till this day. I love waking up in the morning, early in the morning, and listening to the birds because it is calming. And right now, with spring coming, for any of you bird people out there, go get yourself a finch sock. This is a perfect time to be feeding your finches, and they come in a variety of different colors. The other sound I like is the sound of chimes. It's calming. I'm all about peace and clarity and calm. You can call me a modern day hippie if you want, a tree hugger, doesn't matter to me, but the sound of chimes. If I am at Cabela's, if I am at Bass Pro, if I am at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and there is wind chimes hanging, I will go, and this is no lie, and anybody who knows me knows this for a fact. I will go and I will touch all the wind chimes. I want to hear every tone that those wind chimes make. And the reason for that is when I was a little girl, when my mom was still alive, we had this beautiful chime that she would bring out every holiday season, and it had a suction cup on it, and we would put it up on a window or a door, and every time there was a vibration, there was this beautiful, beautiful bell chime sound. After my mom had passed away, every time we would go to hang up that chime, it wouldn't stay up. That sound stopped. And although you could manually manipulate the chime to work to hear that sound, but it never worked again the way it did when she was alive. So to this day, I go looking for that sound. So I'm at my daughter's last week and I'm watching my grandkids, who I love, that they are my life, them three babies. And I listen to the wind chimes that she has hanging outside on her porch. And lo and behold, it is the same tone, the same sound of that chime that I had when my mom was alive. I love the sound of wind chimes. I love the sound of a boat. I love that first, early in the morning, you're getting ready to get in the boat to go fishing, and you go to pull the string on the motor, and the motor goes. I love that sound of a boat motor because when I was a little girl and all the years following that I went fishing with my dad, it was the most important time that I could share with my dad because the stories that would be told, the sharing of the experience of fishing, because my dad always said I was the next best thing to his son when it came to fishing. I have no issue with putting a night crawler on my hook and casting it out there, setting the hook, and I'm good to go for the day. But I love that motor sound in the boat, whether it be a high horsepower motor or just a trolling motor. It brings some kind of peace and tranquility to me, and it raises my vibration where that frequency is nothing but pure joy. I love the sound of water splashing. I'm a water girl. I'm a July baby. I'm a cancer sign. In the zodiac, water is everything to me. I love the way it feels. I love the way it looks. I love the way it rushes. I love the way it sounds. Water can either cleanse you, baptize you, wash you, or it can drown you, depending on the source and the way that you are interacting with the water. You know, and I just love it. I love the sound of water. I love the sound of a baby laughing. There is no more pure joy than listening to a baby laugh. My granddaughter, Carmen, who's named after my mother, she's a year old, and her laugh resonates within me, that carries with me for I don't know how long. Or when I get my other grandkids going, Anthony and James, they are entertainers all on their own, and the way that they tell a story or the way that they laugh, that sound. You know, if you're a depressed type person or if you are sad, go listen to a baby laugh. Even if you pull it up on YouTube, or if you go to, Google the sound of a baby laughing, it is heartfelt. Those are just a few sounds that I like, things that mean something to me. And when I'm teaching my classes, I talk about all those things that bring us pure joy into our life. The things that we can connect with, the people that have the same common interest with us, that we want to bring into our tribe, that we want to hang in our group. You think about all the people that you associate with and what their traits are, and does it resonate with what your trait is? All the years, and I do talk about quite a few things when I'm speaking live or when I am teaching a class. I think about all those years that I was in food and beverage, and the environment that I was in that brought a certain camaraderie and that connectedness. But once I removed myself out of that environment, I no longer had things in common with those people. And depending on the situation, some friendships fall by the wayside. And those are friendships that are only meant to last for a short period of time. I like to fish. I love to fish. I love to be able to get up in the morning and throw myself together and go get a Diet Dr. Pepper and a bag of chili cheese Fritos and a box of juicy night crawlers, throw my hair up in my head, throw a swimming suit underneath some shorts and a t-shirt, and I love to be out on the water. It is really hard sometimes to find people who enjoy the same sport, if you want to call fishing a sport, to do those things. You have to have lots of patience when you fish. It goes back to when I was a little girl. Those were things that I had in common with my dad, and those were special moments that I could share. Back in the day too, I used to water ski. I used to be a really good water skier, and it got to the point where I couldn't quite slalom, but I could kick one ski off and it would go flying, and I would be able to balance myself in and out of the wake, one leg, one ski. It's been a long time. I love being in a boat. I love just being around water. Coming in contact with people who have boats. At this age, at 58, I haven't skied in over 20 years. I would imagine it's like riding a bike, probably a little harder on the body, but coming in contact with people who have a boat, people who want to be out on the water. I like concerts. I would love to go see Kid Rock. Back in the day when my sister worked for Contemporary Productions, I was very fortunate that I was able to go and see some live entertainment. My dad, being a musician, we would go to the Fox and we would listen to, the classics and the standards, and I miss those things. So you have to stop and think about, who are your people in your tribe, and are you resonating with them? Are you having things in common? Here in St. Louis, probably about an hour out, there's this beautiful little winery called Hidden Valley Winery. It's right on the other side of Oakville, which is our hot springs, our mineral bath, and that's a fun place to go. It's a good romantic weekend getaway. It's a good girlfriend's weekend. You can go get your nails done, your toes done, and outside of there is this winery. I love wine. Pinot Grigio, turning more to a red side. It's just being able to experience and have adventures, and find somebody within your crowd, within your tribe, that shares those same kind of likes. You know, on a good day, I like to go have lunch outside, and in an outside venue. I'm not a mall person, but I like those unique boutiques. I like to be able to antique shop and find vintage things that meant something because of a necessity to somebody else, but now it makes a cute little keepsake. So when you're hanging with your friends, stop and think, are you really connecting with who you're hanging around with? If you would take any of my classes, we talk about being the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with. If you listen to any of the other motivational speakers or any of the other life coaches that talk about being of inspiration and bringing up that vibration to match that frequency where you are living your highest good. You are fulfilled as a human being because you're passionate about all those things that you do, all those little activities that bring people together and bring you joy. Because when you play, you have more success in that logical side of your life. We're not meant to work and just pay bills. We are meant to enjoy all these good, fun experiences and bring adventure into your life. So for those of you, again, who don't know who I am Kitryn Marie. I'm an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. I reside here in St. Louis, Missouri. If you are interested in any of my art classes, I would love to hear from you. My goal is to teach twice a week in my home studio, and then once a week go to, if you have a group of friends and you want to have an art activity at your home, send me an email at kitrynmarie@gmail.com. If you are interested in my line of t-shirts or any of my line of jewelry, go over to KM Graphic Apparel and Art.weebly.com. I will link it in the description box below. Thank you for all the new likes and the new shares and the new follows. Always subscribe to my channel, like, follow. Find me on Instagram under Kitryn Marie. Go over to Facebook, please, and like me and share under KM Designs, A Writer's Mind. If you want to hear and see more of my videos, you can donate to my channel. The link to my PayPal will be below. I'm grateful and I'm appreciative of this life that I live, and I love being able to show other people how they can take their talents and their gifts and they can connect with their higher power so those wonderful good things get attracted into their life. Life changes extremely quick. We are here in this time, in this space, on this earth for a short time. So why would you not want to live a more purpose-filled life? And I'm hoping that I hear from you where I can show you how you can do the same. So you take care, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for everything that comes into your life. Life is to be enjoyed. Life is to be able to experience wonderful adventures and have the right tribe within you, within your group, that is appreciating and having the right kind of camaraderie amongst you all, living very healthy and abundance flowing. So you take care, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye.